Hey everyone, welcome to my back office. We're going to be talking about the 10-day detox program that we are starting on Monday. On Sunday, you can go shopping, you can meal prep, you can get yourself ready for this lifestyle change. Our goals is to address the toxins that are in your life, maintain a healthier weight or to lose weight, have more energy because toxins are not weighing us down, and to improve any symptomatology that you're feeling. So, we're going to modify your lifestyle to a new normal. And that's why so far I'm doing two of these a year, a 28-day and a 10-day. I'm also thinking about incorporating a 5-day. Not so sure yet. Let me know what you think. But I love doing this just as much as you guys love doing this because I feel like they're kind of bumpers on my health where I can kind of just make sure I come back to normal and then I sway a little bit and then I come back again and I feel great every time I do it. And it's completely healthy to detox your liver twice a year, every year. And you should be doing that to maintain optimal health. And you will see that as we go because the toxins are endless in the United States. So, our agenda today is why are we detoxing? Some rules about the detox. We're going to take a look at the cookbook, some recipes I put together. The people who get results are the process phase. It's all about the journey, not the destination. So there's a lot of anxiety about making sure that we're doing it right and that we're going to lose a certain amount of weight. And I want everybody to release all of that and really focus on nourishing yourself and taking care of yourself and really enjoying the food and seeing what healthy food really makes you feel great and taste great. And it's not about instant gratification. Like sugar makes you feel this instant high and instant buzz, but then you feel like a drop afterwards and you want more. We're thinking about sustainable nourishment, like the constant contentment of food, always feeling fully satisfied with what we're eating. So, majority of the time that okay, the entire time while you're on this detox, you're going to feel satiated. A lot of people say, "Hey, I'm always full, I'm never hungry." And that's when you're eating like this that I'm giving to you, you're not going to be, "Oh, I need this. I need to grab a snack." You're just going to always feel full, so you're never going to have that addictive energy going on. So why are we detox? There's 80,000 chemicals registered in the United States, and these are registered. Can you imagine how many chemicals that are not even discovered yet, but they're out there? And trust me, the United States is not up to date with stuff, right? So there's a lot of chemicals that we do know about. We can just look on the internet and I'm going to bring up some of them that we are going to be detoxing from our body that the US has not registered them yet. But chemicals can disrupt the immune system, the nervous system, the endocrine system, and the reproductive system. These are the top systems that they disrupt, but they will affect your entire body and your entire mood and create all sorts of havoc in your body. Here are some of the chemicals that we are detoxing from our body. And this is why we do it at least twice a year. There's heavy metals. Depending on where you live, there are heavy metals in the water. They are just known, and sometimes it doesn't come out till later on. So we are proactive. Even with traveling, we can run into toxins, right? Heavy metals, certain personal care products. I can tell you the aluminum in your deodorant that you had, or right? Um, Shampoos, SPF, a lot of I am on the constant journey of working on getting rid of all the toxic products in my reality. And it is going to be a lifetime journey because in some areas I can't sacrifice, in some areas I do. And all about just enjoying the journey and getting rid of the products here and there when you can. Paints and dyes, all really bad for us. Cigarette smoke. If you live near a throughway, you're getting all the fumes from the cars. Certain household cleaning products, really bad. Preservatives in the food if you're eating non-organic. Air pollutants, pesticides, insecticides, coloring. The FDA says that these are okay for us to be exposed to, but we beg to differ, right? Toxins in general can contribute to skin issues, low libido, gastrointestinal upset, joint pain, reduced mental clarity, food cravings, weight gain. The list is actually exhaustive. Detoxing helps with allergies, brain fog, anxiety, hormone disturbance, menopause, constipation, bloating, gas, skin conditions. I just encourage you to do what you can. Don't go crazy throughout the house and throw out everything. Just notice things one at a time and start swapping them out. If you still have regular standard cleaning supplies, go ahead and start switching to more natural products slowly once you run out of the old stuff. That's my recommendation. They work better. They make you feel better. Trust me, your body is feeling them. So making sure you're not using plastic containers, switching to glass would be great, or BPA free. Candles. You should only have no synthetic oils. Make sure they're soy, vegetable based candles. And they also have just gotten rid of the lead wicks inside because that lead was poisoning us. So this is a new one in 2003. So there might still be some candles that have lead. So you have to make sure you watch out for that. Many cleaning agents, fertilizers, pesticides, things like that. There are all natural ways to get rid of rodents. And also, I'm not sure where we live now. If I know that I'm sure you can look in Google to find natural pesticides and herbicides and rodenticides, all those things. You just want to make sure that you are not exposed to them. Work exposure. So I know many people work in different chemical factories or car, automobile, and making sure that you're protecting yourself, especially when you're working with items like that. Tattoos, smoking. Keep going. So I have a new test kit in office, which is super exciting. So if you come in while you're detoxing, I can actually, or anytime when you come in, I can test, but specifically while you're detoxing, I can muscle test you and see what exactly you are purging, which is awesome because I have a list of metals, toxins. So it'll be, hey, you're very sensitive to cleaning products and or the water that you're drinking, etc. There's also metals, toxins, immune like mold, fungus, things like that. And then foods that are generally sensitive in people like and rice and eggs and all these things that we can gain sensitivities to very easily. And I can test to see, just to really fortify, to say, hey, you really needed this detox. So I just got this in. It'd be really fun to go ahead and test what you're detoxing. I know that I am personally detoxing alcohol, which is interesting because I don't like, out of all the things, I'm not a fan of alcohol at all, but I know that I'm very sensitive to it. So that came off as a sensitivity to me. But I would like to have a glass of wine, like going out or going to a party, things like that. And I don't want my body to overreact to it. So this liver detox is going to help me in specifically. And I did have every single person that I've tested so far has come up with 1 or 2, and even one person has come with like 5 or 6, which has been a lot, and it explains a lot about her health. So if you go onto my website, I have a whole area where it's my favorite things, and I list a bunch of different products that I'm just accumulating over time because it's exhausting for me to be like, oh, I'll send you a text with the product that I use. So I just keep it on my favorite things tab now. And this is the cleaning products that I use. They smell great, feel great. This is the water system that I highly recommend. I've met with a bunch of nutrition practitioners and we've done the research, and reverse osmosis is the best type of filtration system that you can get. And there's a link on my website for the company that we promote specifically. So here is the tab, um, and my favorite thing. So there's also, I personally now have realized that all my yoga clothes is very toxic, and I have found a nice brand of silk non-toxic organic clothes, which I feel better doing yoga that I'm not actually getting all of these synthetic chemicals into my body as I sweat, which is annoying. So anything that you see on this slide, you could probably find on the My Favorites tab. Satisfaction lies in full effort, not in the actual attainment of the victory. And with that being said, I think that you should go all in on the 10 days and really make sure you are detoxing properly and make sure you take that time to plan out your meals, which I will give you a meal plan calendar. Plan out your meals, go grocery shopping, meal prep, get all ready, get in the mindset. And I'm also linking a bunch of movies that you can watch throughout the week that are all about the toxins, and they're all true stories. So they're all about toxins in the water, the pollution, the pesticides, and they'll really just change your mind and shape your way of living and just really solidify this way of eating and help it be more of a lasting change for your life, right? Go all in. And with that being said, you get a whole new body every 7 years. So this is a list of some of your organs and how often they regenerate and completely renew themselves. So on average, your body regenerates itself every 7 years. But your skin is every 2 to 4 weeks, your bones is every 10, but on average it's 7. So your body's capacity to heal is absolutely amazing. 7 years, complete new bodysuit, guys. All the organs and everything. So if something's wrong, right, then obviously we can change that by eating properly because our food becomes our body. We are what we eat. Simple as that. It is the building blocks for our body. So our liver is the one that is actually doing all the detoxing. And if our liver is clogged, then we're unable to really replenish everything in our body because our liver does so much for us as in metabolism, and it helps deliver a bunch of nutrients everywhere. We are a space shuttle. We are not a garbage truck. A lot of people treat their body like it's a garbage truck. They say they're at a party, they say yes to eating whatever they see in front of them. And I encourage you to start saying, no, I don't want to eat that. I'm not telling you to be a big snob about it, because our bodies do have this amazing capacity to get rid of toxins. It's not unheard of. We can heal, we can release stuff. So don't be hypersensitive to, oh my God, it's not organic, I can't eat it. You can do that if you want, but don't stress yourself out about it. I really encourage you to enjoy life, but during this 10-day detox, try to really eat organic because it's going to help you really clean out that liver. So look at that nervous system. There are points on the body where I press your big toe and it starts releasing gastric juices from your stomach. Guys, everything's connected. You are a complex space shuttle and you have this crazy ability to heal. It's time to own it and treat your body like it is. More toxins, medicines, pharmaceuticals, trans fats, alcohol, preservatives, microbial toxins, chlorine from swimming pools, metabolic waste buildup in general, just from eating normally, right? Even more. I just felt like I needed to really list out everything that are chemicals that can bother us. And I'm going to go through the ones I know majority of the people are definitely detoxing. So this is a list. It's called generally recognized as safe by the FDA. And the FDA says it's safe, but it's not. Because then you look at the description of it and it lists everything that it does to the body, and you're like, no, that's not safe. So I'm going to go ahead. The FDA is not greatly regulated and they don't do it right. So here it is. Generally recognized as safe, according to the FDA, is carnauba wax. And this is in these little sweet smarts. You think that they're healthy, they are not. Carnauba wax is actually the wax we put on our car. to make it nice and shiny. Should we be eating that? No, we should not be eating that. So this isn't any sort of gummy thing, even if it's smart sweets. Please don't eat that. Carnauba wax is also in jimmies. I call them jimmies or whatever you want to call sprinkles. Another big thing, ice cream has antifreeze in it, ethylene glycol. Guys, can we get more regulated in the FDA? Can someone do something about this? I don't know. So they say it's okay, but we kill people with antifreeze, right? Isn't that like how housewives kill their husbands or whatever? Well, I guess we're just doing it in ice cream, guys, slowly over time. It's crazy. But I mean, you can look this up yourself, but I just did a simple, this is generally recognized from all my practitioners, and you could just look it up blatantly. And they just keep this so that it stays preserved for long periods of time and it doesn't go bad on the shelf. Okay. MSG. I know everybody's heard about MSG. It keeps you coming back for more. It's called Chinese restaurant syndrome because they put MSG in most of the Chinese food, but it's in all of these things that you see here. I'm sure there's more, but it's known to cause neurotoxic effects. It's linked with obesity, metabolic syndrome, and the number one thing is in reproductive health. It ruins it. Your hormones. Corn syrup. We are saying goodbye to corn syrup. High fructose corn syrup has been shown to drive inflammation, which is linked to obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. I have so much trouble finding any sort of condiments, and my family's upset because I'm not bringing home condiments because I can't find ones without high fructose corn syrup, and it's really hard to find. Fats. Too much trans fats in your diet increases your risk of heart disease and other health problems. So more than 1 gram of trans fat is too much. And guess what? If there's 1 gram of trans fat, they don't have to put it on the label. There is no regulation here in food. It sucks. 1 gram is too much for your body. And you know why they put trans fat? It's because it keeps these burgers alive for 180 days. And look at this watermelon at 80 days. Okay. That's what trans fat does. And that's why it shouldn't be in the body, because our body needs to regenerate cells. All the cells need to die, and then they need to be revived again. They need to shed and they need to grow. We need this constant repair in our body because we get a whole new body every 7 years. And this stops us from doing so. And then we wonder why we have all the high rates of cancer. Okay, so I hope this gets you just as passionate as I am about this so next, sugar. Sugar gives you high cholesterol. Fat does not give you high cholesterol. Sugar, toxins, processed food, artificial ingredients punch holes in the arteries, and that's when calcium leaves a little scab on the arteries, and that's what gives you high blood pressure, high cholesterol. It is not fat. Fat does not make you fat. Fat does not clog your arteries. It is sugar, toxins, processed food, processed crap. Okay? And that's, if you see someone with diabetes too, it's like there's so much sugar on their red blood cell, so much sugar, and it's punching holes in the artery wall. 95% of all chronic disease is caused by food choice, toxic ingredients, nutritional deficiencies, and lack of exercise. You are what you eat. I know it's terrible, but everything you do, everything you eat, everything you put in your mouth is a choice of health or a choice of suicide, right? You are choosing that path. And I know that's a strong statement, but that's what I was told. And that's what really impacted my brain to be like, hey, I could really hurt myself by going down this path. I'm going to choose this path. And it's not to say we need to be scared, really scared of the bad onion rings, fries, things like that. We don't need to be scared. Our body has the ability. We have to trust our body to be able to heal, recover, to detox on its own. But we can't be making these choices all the time. It needs to be 80-20, 80 healthy, 20 whatever you feel like craving, okay? But in this 10-day detox, you are doing 100% clean because we are cleaning out our liver. Real food versus fake food. All the packaging stuff, Look at that ingredient list. It's scary. Okay, importance of eating organic. Look at the organic egg versus the non-organic egg. The organic egg is brighter in color. It has more nutrition, more nutrient dense. It has healthy fats in there. Now, the other egg has more ratio of bad fats in there. And this is why people are getting sensitive and allergic to eggs because we're mass producing things and we need money, and now everybody's becoming sensitive because we're doing it the wrong way in our society. But you can see that when you eat organic, it's more nutrient dense. The taste and quality is better. It helps conserve the environment because you're killing so much good bacteria when you're using pesticides and things like that. You're killing the good stuff too, and we can't do that. We're ruining our environment and our agriculture. Here is the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. 12 foods. 12 foods, Dirty Dozen, that you need to buy organic because they are dirty when they are sprayed with pesticides. They are dirty because, like strawberries, they have the little indents in them. So when they're sprayed, you can't really clean them off. You can't get that stuff off of there, okay? So these you need to buy organic because you're going to get high doses of pesticides in your blood. The Clean 15, which you don't need to buy organic because they're generally not, the pesticides are not sticking to them. So they're clean, they're good. Dirty Dozen, need to buy organic. Cut this out, take a screenshot, save it in your phone. This is your detox shake. So you're gonna have 1, 2, or 3 shakes a day. There's 17 grams of protein in each. And you're gonna be calculating, this is the main thing you gotta do, is to calculate how much protein you need to eat in a day. Now I have a free download. I have a free download section now on my website. And this is going to really help you navigate the detox program because I felt like it condensed everything from the book and it just kind of made it more concise and to the point. So for food, we want to make sure we have a steady blood sugar so that we're going to eat frequently throughout the day. We're going to eat more vegetables to increase fiber, increase antioxidants. You can try to add a mixed green salad with your lunch or dinner just to keep boosting up the nutrition and the detoxing. Try different vegetables with different varieties and different colors because each color generally provides different types of nutrition and different vitamins with each color. So we want half our body weight in ounces of water a day. And you should be doing that regularly throughout your life, but very much so on a detox because one of the symptoms is peeing out a lot. Okay, if you drink coffee or alcohol every single day, I need you to reduce it down to 1 a week before and then cut it out during the cleanse. Okay, now if you can't do that, I encourage you to go to a half a cup during the cleanse or talk to me about it and we can make a tailored approach on how you're going to get rid of coffee and alcohol. Now I have really great products that taste just like coffee and they're not actually coffee, but they taste just like coffee and they're absolutely great. It significantly helped me decrease my caffeine intake. I'm going to help you calculate your protein, I think on the next slide. But you're also going to be detoxing any medication that you are currently on because the liver processes all these things and all the medication does have a weight on your liver. And there's going to be extra supplements added to each person, a tailored approach, okay, to each person. Saturday and Sunday before you start on Monday, make sure you evaluate your kitchen. You clean out all the foods that are not on your list. Remove any things that you can easily grab. I don't want any temptations around, okay? Stock your pantry with vegetables, protein, fruit, and all the items on the food list, which we'll show you. And make sure you have at least a couple days worth of food on hand, which I do a week at a time because I don't have time to keep going to the grocery store during the week. You guys know I'm pretty busy. So make sure that you get enough sleep each night because you are purging in your sleep and that's when all your cells repair itself. Make sure you're carving out a nice time, at least more than 7 hours of sleep, okay? Don't sit for long periods of time. Make sure you're moving your body, take stretch breaks, go for walks because if you're not moving, you are not moving those toxins out. Our body is something that wants to move. And that helps us digest and process the food out. Make Sundays your meal prep day. Enjoy a meditative stroll, take a brisk walk, do yoga, things like that. Set your own goals, okay? Calculations made simple. So we're going to take our ideal body weight, not our actual body weight, our ideal body weight, and you're going to divide that by 2. That is going to be the daily amount of protein in grams that you are going to eat. Step 2, take the amount. So I did one here, 150 divided by 2, that would be 75 ounces or 75 grams of protein a day. I don't know why I put ounces. Grams of protein a day. And then we're going to divide that by 3, and that's how much protein you should have per meal. And that would be 25 in this example, 25 per meal. Consume more protein in the morning, especially when because your stomach acid is higher in the morning and it helps you digest protein. You can also increase your protein on days when you have more intense workouts because that's protein that builds your body, is the structure of your body. Start with very simple recipes and make them in bulk and really save them throughout the week because you don't want to be starving and you have nothing to eat. That just leads to disaster, right? Then we just grab anything. Here are the top sources of protein. And let me just go to this next page first. So 3 ounces of protein is generally recommended, and that's about the size of your palm. 3 to 4 ounces is about the size of your palm. So it makes your life a little bit easier. And let me go back. So here's a list of protein. This is in the handout that I have on my free downloads on my website. So this is the amount of protein per serving for all of these protein foods. And don't forget that almond butter and nuts have protein as well when you're calculating. Seafood, make sure you get wild caught, cold water fish, if possible. Any meat, go really opt for local, organic, grass-fed, same with eggs, free range, organic, local, if possible. This is another tracker. You have one in your detox book from Standard Process, but this is another one that I really like because it has a little bit more space to plan each meal. So every day you're really focused on your protein intake is really the first thing that you really should be worried about because you're going to be pretty satisfied and full with the amount of protein that you are eating, and then making sure you're getting your veggies in and fruit and maybe a little bit of grain and fats. This is on average what you should be eating a day, about 3. I crossed it out here, about 3 servings of meat, about 6 servings of veggies, about 3 servings of fruit, which are about a half a cup each for each serving. And don't worry, we're going to break this down even more and make it even more simple, and about one serving of grains a day. And they didn't put fats on here, but you'll see. So this is also on my download online. So this is your weekly shopping list. Your protein sources, the average serving size is 3 ounces, about the size of your palm, and you're probably going to have about 3 ounces a day. So your protein sources is the fish, the eggs, the fowl, any lean meat, lean cuts of beef, or I put beef, sirloin, tenderloin, pork, things like that, wild game. And then also any collagen powder, I should have added that in there. Collagen powder, the detox shake has pea protein. So look in the beverage department over here. Filtered or spring water or reverse osmosis water is best. Non-caffeinated teas, green tea is an excellent choice. Many other teas that you can try. At least half your body weight in ounces of water per day. Okay, so you can put vegetables and fruit in your detox shake. It's up to you. Making sure that you're not putting any juices in. I don't do juices. We don't do juices. Naked juices are not healthy. Juices in general, in my opinion, are not healthy. They just spike your blood sugar because there's no fiber. That slows down digestion. So it's like you're eating sugar. The difference between vegetables and fruit is that fruit just has more sugar. Here are the list of fruits that I generally recommend. Passion fruit, acai, apples, oranges, peaches, pomegranate, banana. Stick to a half a banana only. You can peel these, cut them up, put them in a bag and stick them in your freezer. It helps when you make those smoothies. Any berries. I love cranberries, are really great. You can buy a bag and stick them in the freezer and then put them in your smoothie. Oils and fats. So serving size is about 2 teaspoons, and we can have 3 to 4 servings a day. Butter, organic, unsalted. Real butter tastes so much better and it's darker. Okay, or ghee. Coconut oil, flaxseed oil, dressings, olive oil, make sure it's extra virgin olive oil only, macadamia nut, make sure it's cold pressed, sesame seed oil, walnut oil, or whole avocados, 3 or 4 servings a day. Here's a list of vegetables. Just take a look at them. Try a couple things you haven't tried before. I really encourage you to increase your gut microbiome by diversifying the vegetables that you are eating. You can eat an unlimited amount of vegetables, okay? You can, but you need to eat as twice as many vegetables as you do fruit. That is the rule because we are not spiking our blood sugar. Now go ahead and look at this plate here. You can have as many veggies as you want. We're not eating less. We are definitely eating more, but there's going to be more vegetables and it's more balanced and satisfied and it keeps you going. You don't have these ups and downs. You just have this sustained energy and it feels really good. There is an adjustment period, but it feels really good. Starchy vegetables. We're going to limit this to a half a cup a day, okay? Look at all these guys, sweet potatoes, things like that, yucca root. Okay? Same with these legumes. Here's a list of other things you can have: baking powder, baking soda, so you can make like healthy almond flour pancakes. They are in the recipe book. Curry paste, coconut water, coconut cream, vanilla extract. Bananas are a really good sweetener. Half a banana is make sure you're not doing a full banana, just do a half banana, okay? Because that's a lot of sugar. Here's the tracking in your book. 1 shake, 2 shake, 2 shake, then we go to 3 shake, 3 shake, 3 shake, 3 shake, 2, 1, 1. And here you can calculate the amount of protein as well. So here is an example of my goal that I just write at the top of my chart. Mastering a shake. Some people like the shakes a little bit more liquidy, some like them a little bit more thick, like a milkshake. It's really all up to you. I use coconut water in my shakes just because I make sure I get my electrolytes in when I do hot yoga sometimes. I gotta make sure you guys are buying the right brand of like almond milk, coconut milk, things like that. You can add a little bit of stevia, but I know that the detox shake is already sweetened with monk fruit. What matters is that you really enjoy these shakes, okay? My thing that I'm having every single day of the detox is this detox style banana peanut butter nice cream. You can do one ripe banana, but then I really try to skip my like my sweet potato at the end of the days when I do this, just because it's too much sugar in my opinion. Yes, it was last program. We decided to make a couple of the shakes early and then we just kept it in the freezer and then we let it thaw out. So making sure you are not having any sort of killer oils. These are all oils that they flash heat to 400 degrees and then they're stuck in your body because your body doesn't recognize them, but they're trying to preserve the food. So they flash heat them to 400 degrees and then they put them in products. But I don't use that in my shakes. I just use coconut water. So it's really hard to find without these preservative oils. Do your best, guys. I know this is a lot. So also go for the beef burger instead of the Beyond Burger because there is canola oils. These are all very cancerous to the body. And they're legal in the United States. It is what it is. We got to get rid of it, guys. Here are some sample meals. You can go ahead and take a look at your own leisure. These are directions on how to roast vegetables. This is how to saute vegetables. Take a look at your own time, okay? And go through and really figure out what works best for you. But I just really suggest meal prepping. There is usually side effects for when you're detoxing. Reactions are normal and expected. You should, and it's great that you are having detox symptoms because that means you are getting rid of it and it's not going to bother you anymore. Maybe you're going to increase your sweat. You're going to pee a lot more. You're going to go number 2 a lot more. You're going to have changes in odor of all these different things. Mild flu-like symptoms with maybe aches and pains, like you have mercury leaving your shoulder. Okay, this is completely natural. So at the beginning of the detox, you should see an increase in bowel movements, but then that should stop at some point. Okay, if you have persistent diarrhea, stop, contact me, right? Because you don't want to be dehydrated. Even if you're all of a sudden you're constipated, contact me because we want to get rid of the toxins. We don't want that to build up in your body. Skin breakouts can occur. The first detox I ever did, I got all these white heads all over my skin everywhere, but it was great. It was cleaning me out, and I never had that again. If you have all of a sudden get a large rash, let's just stop because maybe it's too much right now and we need to cut back. The body clears toxins through urine, stool, and sweat. Keep that in mind. Other symptoms, throbbing sensations, aches, itchy skin, fatigue. This is more of like caffeine, getting rid of caffeine, and now you're having withdrawal symptoms there. So if you're having any weird symptoms, please contact me because we can just jump you on a binder, which helps get rid of and pull out the toxins faster so it's not sticking in you. That's an option. What to make sure you avoid, because I want to make sure you're most effective. Stay away from fake meat, soft drink, coffee, tobacco, any stimulants, alcohol, margarine, spreads, all those oils, no fruit juices, no canned vegetables, things like that, no nitrates in the lunch meat. You can get all organic turkey bacon. That's fine. Great, dandy. You got to get organic water pressed decaf coffee. I've never had it, just been told that this is the thing you do. You can have bone broth. Chicory root is tastes just like coffee. So there's a brand called Tocino. Go ahead and look on my favorite things tab and you can find the brand Tocino. You can get mushroom coffee, herbal teas with nettle, things like that. But what coffee does is really just fake energy and then you crash, but then you're dependent upon something and your blood sugar goes up and down with it as well. But what we're doing is we're keeping this body stable and we're not doing these ups and downs anymore. So make sure you're walking each day. Goal is 10,000 steps. I love the Aura Ring. There's a link again in my website. Building muscle 3 to 4 times a week. I also have a muscle building program on my downloads page. Encourage the sweating, but I can tell you it gets easier every time you go ahead and detox over time and less detoxing, purging symptoms, which is really great, but you still want to keep doing it. Okay, because you are always detoxing with all the herbs that are in the detox shake. Even if you're not feeling the symptoms, you are. Go ahead and get a massage, meditate, infrared heat, extra sleep, nature walks. All this is going to help you detox and purge. Also, keep in mind that this can also be you're letting go of stuff physically, right? And you're lightening. So you may, the liver represents some anger sometimes. So you might feel a little irritable because your body's adjusting to the sugar, being dependent on sugar and going up and down like this to being stabilized. So there might be a quick adjustment period before you get into the steady feelings, okay? Mindful eating, 20 to 30 chews per bite. Oh my gosh, I don't do that. I try to do that, guys. Let's work on it together, okay? Say a couple things you're grateful for before you eat. I used to do that, and now my family, we accidentally dropped that. So I'm going to bring that back. Thanks for reminding me. We used to do 3 things we're grateful for. Take a couple breaths, say a prayer, or just say gratitude, aka pray, which is gratitude. Be mindful, okay? Don't watch TV while you're eating. Don't drive while you're eating. Just don't do that. Just enjoy and pay full attention. Listen to your hunger cues. Ooh, we're going to get some new eating habits that change your life and you feel so good. This is, you're going to lower your cholesterol, your triglycerides level. All your blood work's going to come back better because you're getting rid of all these toxins. A fresh start that you can feel. Thank you for joining me. And I look forward to hearing all of the success stories. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so.